When did you realize someone had one foot out the door? As my fiancée Emily walked down the aisle on our wedding day, all I could think about was my father's other woman. My mom basically shut down after Dad's affair, and I couldn't breathe sometimes thinking about Emily doing the same thing to me. Emily must have noticed my hands shaking because she grabbed them and held them steady when she reached me at the altar. In her vows, she promised to choose me every single day and to never let anyone come between us. She looked right into my eyes and told me she understood my fears about betrayal. Then she swore on everything she was that she would never break the trust I was placing in her. I completely lost it and started crying in front of everyone because she knew exactly what I needed to hear in that moment. For the next 14 years, Emily proved those weren't just pretty words at our wedding. She kept her phone unlocked and would leave it anywhere in the house because she said she had nothing to hide from me. Whenever we went to her work events, she would grab my hand and introduce me as her everything to every single person we met. I remember when her company offered her this big promotion that came with monthly travel to their other offices. Emily turned it down immediately and told her boss that her family would always come first. Every year on our anniversary, she would post these long tributes on social media about still choosing me after all this time. Then she went to that conference in Phoenix and everything changed. At first, the differences were so small that I thought I was imagining things. She put a password on her phone and said her work was requiring new security protocols for everyone. Then she started dropping this guy Brian's name into conversations like it was nothing. She would say things like, "Brian mentioned this great restaurant," or "Brian uses this software at his company." When I asked her who he was, she turned everything around on me and said I was being paranoid, just like my father had been with my mother. She accused me of suffocating her and said she needed friends outside our marriage. But then I found lingerie in our laundry that I had never seen before. When I asked about it, Emily said she bought it weeks ago during a sale at Victoria's Secret because she wanted to feel good about herself. I almost let the whole thing go until our daughter told me something that made my stomach drop. She said Mom had been laughing on the phone really late the night before and that she sounded happier than she had in a long time. At that point, I realized I had been missing all the signs she was saying and doing the exact same things my dad once did. Everything fell apart when I went through her laptop and found a tab showing apartment listings. Right then, her Apple Watch buzzed with a message preview that said, "Can't wait to hold you again," from Brian. My hands started shaking just like they had on our wedding day, but for completely different reasons. When I confronted her about everything, Emily didn't even try to lie. She sat me down with this cold smile and said she was actually relieved I finally figured it out because pretending to respect me was exhausting. She said she had met someone at the conference who made her feel alive in a way she hadn't felt in years. She told me her therapist had diagnosed me as a textbook emotional manipulator who used my childhood trauma to control her. She actually looked me in the eyes and told me I had killed her soul slowly over 14 years, that being married to me was like being buried alive. The worst part was when she admitted she had been planning to leave for 2 months while still sleeping next to me every night. I somehow held myself together while she packed her things because our kids were watching. I told them Mom loved them, but needed some time to figure things out, even though I wanted to tell them the truth about what she had done to our family. I didn't want them to hate her, so much so that I even kept wearing my wedding ring for months and told people their mom was on a well-deserved vacation. 8 months after Emily left, my phone rang late one night and her name appeared on the screen. She was crying so hard that I could barely understand what she was saying. Through her sobs, she told me that Brian had ghosted her completely and blocked her on everything.